boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Gamecocks will put it away to start the game. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hampton. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Looking for space, it's Young. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get...
Breaks into the open. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Got room to work. Quarterback got it himself. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup, spotted at the 25-yard line.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Lemon. Let's talk about Alabama. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. Four-star defensive lineman gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield, it's Dampier. Makes the grab. Got some room, heading to the goal line. Touchdown time. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he's able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee in this. We'll start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Looking to fire. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. He'll get rid of it. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone. He tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Makes the catch at the 35. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Caught in the backfield, it's Lemon. At the 40, there he goes. It's a seam wide, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Hey, coming into the game, you look at the stats, and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And the Gamecocks come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Under fire. He took a hit as he threw it, couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's cut. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Quarterback on the keeper. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the 1st down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Skips away from pressure. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Back open in the middle. It's a fumble on the play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Really nice run there. Now, listen, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They have always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, put the offense in a worse situation.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. On third down, going up top. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. And now the lead's extended a little further. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to pass, it's Sellers. It's complete to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Wants to go up top. Buying some time. With the catch, it's Bennett. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
All right, defense, coming into this game, you're playing a fast quarterback. It's not going to be easy getting him on the ground. You got to start thinking about how you're pass rushing. Rushing right up the middle and allowing him to get outside, it's going to be a tough task.
Using the quick game. There to make the stop, but they use the back in the passing game and pick up the first down.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Wants to throw again. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
Tight end finds a soft spot. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The corners are walked up tight. On the move. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout. And man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. 3rd and goal for the offense. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Moving away from pressure. And that ball's free behind the line. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds.
Well, the bad news on that play is they did not get the first down. The good news, though, luckily, the fumble went out of bounds, so they maintained possession because that could have been disastrous for the offense.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. 4th and goal from the 5, and the offense is staying on the field. What a big moment here. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll bring it out. It's Hampton. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. He wants to change this route. He'll start this drive going to the air. Now adjusting. Unleashes one. Got his man on the right. Running to Green. Turning it on. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive. Maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later, go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on first down. First play of the drive. If you get the matchup, take the shot. And that's exactly what happened. Nice job.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Dampier. Hauls it in. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover. Pick up the first. They'll try to get it through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Lemon. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires on the move. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on 2nd down. Working that left side now. And he'll haul it in, take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Under fire. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
How about the linebacker breaking on the football, seeing the quarterback, the ball comes out, he moves right to where the ball's going, nice anticipation, and swats the ball to the ground.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Quarterback keeps it. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They boot it away. He'll take it on the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking for a man. It's Dampier. Grabbed in the middle. It's Brown. There he goes. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up. The field, we've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Looks like he's going to bring it out. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. And he's going to try to return this one. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking to pass. It's Sellers. Time to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Behind the chains now on second and long. Handoff from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game, one of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season, but this offense just can't find a way to get it going, and I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Fires to the wideout, and it's knocked away, incomplete on third down.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
The sure hands, it's Horton. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. But this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking it.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Back to throw, it's Dampier. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And I get why this offense is aggressive. They've been doing what they wanted, right? And they built this huge lead, but they can't get careless. Like, don't make those mistakes that might get this defense back in the football game.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Offense in a bunch formation. Snap in the shotgun. Quick completion on the out route. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Going to try to get it himself. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41. You've already sent your punter out 4 times. At least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Looking to throw on first down. Finds his back in the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Gamecocks are in the hurry-up. These corners going to give these receivers some space. To the air on second down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Throwing on the run. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback here. He extends the play. Nothing open right away. There's a little bit of pressure. He gets to the outside, tries to take a shot down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Pulls it in. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Gamecocks have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
Lets it fly. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job on the defense closing it off and making the interception.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Got the first down and more. Oh, he's got some space. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown tie.
What a big-time run. He's still running. Over 90 yards. That's one of those when you're running to the end zone, you're looking behind you, you're looking on the Jumbotron to see if anybody's going to catch you, and nobody's going to catch him on that huge touchdown run.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he's going to bring this one out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. The give to the tailback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Scanning the field, it's Sellers. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be third down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
And you thought maybe in the second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
He'll feel the punt and try to make something happen. A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Hand off from the shotgun. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Hand off to the lone back. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to scramble. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. He's got it. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas. Keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he's not going to take the touchback. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll give it to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. And they got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7
breaks into the open. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And you can tell, all eyes on this team. Like, this defense is dialed in. They're going to try to continue to stop the run. You can tell, Palmer, it's the main focus of this defense.
Yeah, when we know with this offense, too, they go how this guy goes, and they've just never been able to really get him into a rhythm in this game. And you have to give the credit to the defense. They've been more physical at the point of attack. They've had a good game plan, and the offense just has not been able to counterpunch. Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
And the Gamecocks need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. To the air, it's Sellers. A deep throw as the clock winds down. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Takes the easy completion. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They pick up 10 and give him a first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Fights off the defender. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And the extra point was good to finish things off.
That makes the score Alabama 45, South Carolina 14.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Quarterback making checks. Back to throw, it's Dampier. Gonna take a shot. Pulls it in down the middle. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. Alabama quickly back to the line. Got it behind the line. It's Lemon. Turning it on. The tag. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
South Carolina 14.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on first down. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. He's taking a deep shot. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about.